So welcome everyone to another episode of Accounting for Old Cars, and you join me today on Drive It Day. We've got a blue sky here in Suffolk and temperatures which I have to say are biting. I don't think the temperature is in double figures yet, and there is a real wind chill where I am in the east of the county. Today what we're going to do is I'm taking Bess, my 1971 Mark II Vitesse, to the west of the county. So we're going to Stowmarket, and then from there I'm joining the Sanglian Practical Classics Car Club, and I hopefully will be part of a convoy which takes us through to Diss in Norfolk, and possibly from there we'll be heading back east along some very pretty routes, taking us back towards the coast. So it's a sort of a day event that I look forward to every year, and this one especially. It is just a little bit too cold, as you can see, to have the top down, certainly for me at the moment, but my plan is to drop the top if it's dry when we get to Stowmarket and I've warmed up with some coffee, and you'll join me in a little while. Look forward to seeing you shortly. So here we are at Nary's Garden Centre just outside Stowmarket, and first of the cars from the club have arrived, so you can probably see that we've got an MGB Roadster, a wonderful Ford Probe, and a very rare Triumph TR5. Just see if we can slide alongside the MGB. Yeah, we've got a great lineup here with this wonderful TR5, the first of the fuel-injected Triumphs, wearing its Surrey hardtop today. Next to it, fabulous Ford Probe from about 1992, and then this very smart MGB. I particularly like the stone guards on this one, and then Bess, who's polished up quite well for today's event. Right, we're off. So we're being led by John in his beautiful TR5, followed by the Ford Probe and this lovely British Racing Green MGB, which I've just been told is a two-owner car from new, and it is absolutely immaculate. I think the general rule of convoys is that you put the slowest car at the front so that no one gets left behind. With the exception of the Ford Probe, I think it's fair to say that we have the fastest car at the front, and I'm just sorry that you can't hear the engine noise from that wonderful 2.5 litre fuel injected TR5. Although the architecture of the engine is almost the same as the straight six in this car, the extra long stroke, I guess, and the difference in induction just gives it a very, very special quality. And it is a gorgeous colour. Behind us we've got the Austin Healey Sprite, and that's closely followed by the brown MGB. Oh. The MGB appears to have run out of petrol, although the fuel gauge is actually saying 3/4 of a tank. It looks as if the gauge itself was wrong, and the tank is empty, so you can hear the petrol pump running, but nothing there. Check my map. I wasn't really paying attention, which I should have been. So our broken convoy eventually managed to make it to Palgrave, to the mechanical musical museum. Museum with mechanical machines to produce music before the era of recorded music was here. So we'll just have a quick look at the cars that have managed to get here, and again I'll just turn the camera around. So as you can see, we've got the delightful little Austin Healey Sprite, or the frog-eyed Sprite, and then this very smart and original Ford Fiesta Mark 1, which is a very pure design. I think I'm right in saying this was Ford's first front-wheel drive car, but yeah, that's lovely. And then we have this sort of chocolate brown MGB Roadster with the British Racing Green one that we saw earlier, and of course the fabulous and now incredibly rare Ford Probe, John's magnificent TR5, which I'll just give you a little sort of look at a bit more detail, because it's got this wonderful Surrey roof to it, and
I think one of the best of Michelotti's designs, actually. Very, very pure, these sort of vestigial tail fins. You have a little look at the dashboard inside. Wonderful. And then got a Jensen Healy. So I think I'm right in saying this is really one of the sort of the last of the Healy cars. Not quite the last actually, but certainly the car that I think sort of hailed the end of Healy's. So next to it we've got this wonderful Jensen Healy. Again, very rare. Sort of in some ways it sort of looks like a slightly oversized Triumph Spitfire, and it reminds me a little bit of Michelotti's prototype Triumph Fury. I'll just have a little look at the cockpit on this one as the roof is down. Yeah, very smart. I mean, lovely Daimler 250. This wonderful Edward Turner V8 engine, and it's a great colour. And then of course we've got the V8 MGB GT. Another rare car. I think this is Sand Glow, but someone can probably correct me. Austin Maxi from about 1977. This one's in beautiful condition. And then TR4. I think this is one of the early ones, looking at the registration. So this is before the IRS or independent rear suspension. So you can see very similar lines to the TR5. The difference really being the independent rear suspension, and of course this has the 2.2 litre, I think it is, 4-cylinder engine. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Particularly like the steering wheel on this car, which is actually the steering wheel that the Vitesses should have. Mine unfortunately were both changed by previous owners for the Wurlitzers, but yes, this car has a sort of an aggressive look, having been debumpered, but very, very nice, and also the Surrey top. And then we've got another DS. This one right-hand drive. This glorious shade of red. And I think I'm right in saying this is probably quite a late model, from the mid-70s, from about 74, 75. And then the wonderful Rover P6 2200. Great lines. And then this diamond white Reliant. Fabulous proportions. I think I'm right in saying designed by Ogle. You can just see actually. But most of the scimitars that you tend to see are the shooting brakes, the ones that people famously say were owned by Princess Anne. Rover 95. Proper auntie Rover with the rear suicide doors. Always fancied one of these cars. Big, comfortable. They feel very dependable. MGB Roadster. Clearly was able to fill up with a bit of petrol. I'm glad to see that that made it here. And next to that, another rare car from about 1986, I think it is. This wonderful Porsche 911. Carrera. Afraid I don't really know very much about Porsches, but I do know that we don't see many of these on the roads in Suffolk, and that is absolutely beautiful. Well, I'm glad I was able to finally sort of catch up with the convoy here. I'm going to pop in and have a look at the museum, and then you'll join me again, hopefully, when we rejoin the convoy on our way back to towards the coast. See you in a second. Oh, fingers crossed for warmer days to come. But if I don't see you before, I'll see you in Ipswich by the fish and chip shop.
Yes, indeed, yes.
I'll see if they'll catch my green one in front. It's a red one I want, is it?
Yes, that's right.
See you soon. I want a green one. Take care, bye. So we're now headed off in something of a convoy as we leave Palgrave and the wonderful museum for Darsham on the coast, where I think we're going to try and grab tea and cakes. And as you'll see, we've got the DS in front of us. In front of that there is the wonderful Rover 2200 and the Porsche Carrera, which has just stopped so the club banners can be picked up. The museum, which we've just been to, and I'll put a little picture of the programme. It's the Grange Musical Collection, which they describe as the home of the Mechanical Music Museum Trust. Just an amazing place, located sort of on the edge of Palgrave, on a farm actually, and you realise once you've visited why it has to be on a farm, because the sound and just the volume of these organs that they have is extraordinary. But as you'll see or have seen by the time I edit this, the Wurlitzer that we listened to was not only an amazing musical instrument, but just a fantastic feat of engineering. And I'm very, very pleased that I came along and had a chance to have a chat with Tom, who was the organist. And I'll put a link to Tom's YouTube channel. Tom very generously has allowed me to use the recording, both the audio and visual recordings for this episode. And so if you're watching, Tom, thank you very much. And I'm certainly going to make a point of coming back to the museum again with friends and family, because it's a wonderful day out. And I would say, if anybody has a chance to come and have a look, please do. Anyway, we're almost at our final destination this Drive It Day. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. We braved the weather. We managed to survive a break in the first convoy, and all in all, it's been a great adventure. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and for now I'm going to change to my usual format. I'm going to let Tom play us out. Thank you, Tom, and thank you for the Wurlitzer today.